been able to see your whole screen.
I see my whole head.
You know what? A little bit better. Alright.
Nah.
Hello,
It's
everybody.
okay.
Welcome to Pitty's podcast
Yep.
with special guest Chili Wilson.
It's not a special guest. It's supposed to be
Again.
the co-host, but you know what? He left me because he's been
And
doing too
Frank
much,
Fury.
muggerun.
I don't care, man. I don't care. I'm trying to do my best I can. Pitty, take it away.
Huh? What?
Are you talking away?
No. I put my hands in my pocket.
Listen,
But what you call it?
You're allowed
Alright
to.
then.
If you won't
Frank,
talk,
alright.
it's okay.
Oh, come on, Khan. Come on, that's dirty. Alright. But yeah, welcome to Pitty's podcast, everyone. I got, Frank, the slag man himself. No, I'm joking. He's, ladies,
No, that's
you can
Nathan.
hit him up. I'll put his link in the description below with all the Snapchat and Instagram stuff. I got Chili here, but you already know who he is. Unfortunately, he doesn't really come on the podcast that much. That's not my fault, But also we got Khan Ergen, of course. You've seen him in many episodes, and yeah, great
Returning
lad.
guest.
Returning guest. But as you see, this is a bit different. We're doing videos now. It's a bit weird for me. I mean, you already know what I fucking look like. Half the people that watch my shit because I use them in thumbnails and stuff. But yeah, this is I mean, you already see Chili. Oh my god, Chili. Oh my god. See, now you're gonna scare away the people now. But
It's 2020 is allowed to be a trans.
yeah, all right, allegedly. But yeah, I thought Frank said Raichi
Right,
because Frank's doing this with his hoodie. What's the
Sorry,
difference
I wanna
between a
keep my
pregnant
ears-
person
I
and a
wanna keep my
light bulb,
ears warm.
Raichi? Yeah, that's all I heard. Actually, is that a toilet roll
I found him in my bed. I don't know what it is.
in your bed? So guys, with the whole coronavirus thing, right? What do you think is gonna come out of this? What is gonna come out of this? This whole events of, places locking down and shit. Who are we gonna point fingers to, and what's gonna happen? What do you think's the end
Chinese.
result when this is all over?
I'll go.
First off,
Raichi's not going
I-
to come back in the...
You go first, Khan. Yep, there you go, mate.
Nah, fuck it. I believe there's going to be more crimes. Allow me to explain. So, we're spending like 40 or 50 days in, just inside the house, right?
Yep.
So the
Yeah.
next time the judge says, you have 30 days, you know what to say, because you're used to it already. You know what you can do. You're not scared of the crime. You're not scared of the punishment anymore.
yeah.
Then Nathan, what's up?
So I
with...
think there's going to be more crime.
Yeah, Nathan, what's up with that look? Why were you a little bit confused on Khan's thing?
Analysis.
What do you think's gonna happen, Nathan? All right.
It's
Okay. Well,
conspiracy.
yeah. Thanks for showing us your bloody disco room. Can you?
LED starlight.
Okay, you can talk, Nathan. Okay, can you not drop your phone every 10 seconds?
You know how you love me, right?
What's that gonna do about the coronavirus?
I'll answer that question when I put on my hoodie.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
Show us your dick.
Hey, Nathan. Use
put your dick out.
writing in your room to seduce women.
Pull your dick out.
That's probably the reason why he's in the love triangle.
Oh, do it. Go on. Okay.
Don't be gay. Just pull out your dick, mate.
Yeah,
Don't be gay.
mate.
I gotta go. Sorry, I love you.
We all got socks on here.
Oh wow. Yes.
Oh,
Oh.
my
Alright.
God.
All right. So, Chili, what do you think's gonna happen by the end of this, with the whole coronavirus thing?
Oh no. What do you mean after this?
Like, just say, okay, in let's say a year's time, right? And everything is fine. Vaccines have came out. Who are we gonna point fingers to? Of course. And what's the end result? What do you think's gonna happen from all this?
I think jobs are going to be 10 times harder to get now.
Oh, I mean now,
Instead of
yeah,
people unemployed.
yeah, of
Well,
course.
after, even when it's 100%, alright.
It's of course it's gonna take us,
Uh,
a while to, get back on our feet and pretend it's nothing's happened.
I think money's going to go extinct.
Extinct.
Coronavirus. Yeah, bro, they're going to take it
So
away.
fucking general.
Yeah, because when people won't want to touch money anymore, because
Yeah.
lots of people touch money.
Yeah, that's
so
true
they'll
in
make it-
some way. I mean, I'm more
make
comfortable
cashless.
paying with cash, but I mean, now I'm used to paying more with my card because it's really simple. But Frank, what do you think's gonna
Nothing,
happen
though.
at the end
Yeah.
of all this? with the whole
Well,
coronavirus
I
thing?
read in the Bible that it'll come back in 10 years' time for a very, very short time.
Well,
And then
are you
it'll
Like a
I
disappear
thought,
day.
I
forever.
thought you're Muslim. What are you doing reading the Bible for?
What do you mean I'm Catholic again?
I can't remember the combination.
Yeah,
You're,
I'm
you're supposed to be
Catholic.
reading the Quran backwards, mate.
Yeah.
Last time, I reckon.
What, you read the Bible, Frank?
No, I just read one passage about the coronavirus, and that's what it said.
So what? It'll come back in 10 years.
Yeah, it'll come back in 10 years for an incredibly short time frame, and it'll just never come back again.
Do you think
Like 12
Jesus?
minutes.
You think? Yeah, like about 10 minutes and about 45 seconds.
Yeah, maybe.
One day.
It's just a maybe.
Just
But
give it a day, bro.
in my opinion,
Weekend bonus.
I feel like who's the #1 country to blame it on? Who do you think?
China.
China? Yeah.
Muslims.
Those guys
Muslims.
took everything away from us. They took away our
America.
sports. They
USA.
took away our jobs.
I just feel like with the whole thing, I feel like we should definitely not attack our own China. Okay, because you know how racism is playing a big impact. You know the whole racist thing now. You know Asian Americans, just any Asians in particular, people that had nothing to do with this. You know, say Australian Asians. What, Chili?
Didn't say anything.
Nah, you're laughing at Asians again. My goodness, Chili, you're one of those racists, mate. You're racist.
Yeah, I hate them, mate. Every time I go past them, I do one of these. Even if they don't have it.
But
I'll be
like,
walking in like.
I just feel like they should not get accused, and like you know, because they're not safe. As you see in like some videos on Facebook, some old bag fucking says, "Oh, go back to your country, ching chong and shit," and like, of course. The cunt hasn't, you know, I should say cunt, but the guy obviously had nothing to do with it. You know, he's a
Or
citizen's
girl.
country. I mean, his country, you know, China, you know, it is their
Go
fault,
back.
and they definitely need to own up for it. But like, you know, I just feel like who should be working together as a whole planet, and you know, to bring each other together, and just solve this shit because everything's fucked. Because you know, can't watch sport anymore. You can't go out with your mates. I mean, soon we will be able to. But at the same time, it's like, you know, hopefully there's not going to be a war. Because, you know, people talk about a World War III. And how do you guys feel about that, a World War III? I mean, kind of know right now you're looking at the distance to say, oh, when I was in Gallipoli, you know. What do you think, Khan? Do you like any possible of like a World War III?
Is it possible? Well, I wouldn't call it world war, considering everyone's just going to gang up on China. I mean, you gotta understand, the ones that are here in this country, they say how great their motherland is or whatever. It's like, well, if it's that great, then why don't you go back to it? But and you know,
Yeah, a bit of racism.
you're mentioning like, oh, it's not all the Chinese that are like fucking it
Yeah.
up. What do you think? What do you think? You stick a bat on a stick roasted over a fire, and you're looking at it like as if, oh, I'm gonna get some.
I mean,
great fucking
it
meal
must
out
have
of
been a
this.
tasty
Nothing
fucking
good is
bat.
gonna come out of that bat.
It must have been a tasty fucking bat, really, if it was just for that. But nah, it's like I feel like
They don't have morals.
if they feel like
That's
the
why their
China's not
country looks
okay,
like shit.
well, my problem is
The whole
like
thing.
if they feel like China is not the one to blame, then fucking who then?
It's
That's the thing. I wouldn't say, oh, Trump is the one that spread it all over to bloody Bangladesh
It's
to
China.
India. You know, it's not his fucking fault. But at the same time, it's his job to try. But
Are you pissing?
Nah. Yeah.
You don't have to show us the toilet bowl.
oh wow, we get it.
Yeah,
You're chilling.
water
You're rich. You have a water dispenser, alright?
Nah.
You can't blame Trump on the deaths. I mean, he's only one man. You know.
No, but
And
the way
besides, he's already
he
done
handled
way
it, it
too
could
much
have.
shit
If
for
he handled it better, it would have saved a lot of people.
Yeah,
If
exactly.
China didn't eat the bat, everyone would still be able to go to their favorite sport. I mean, you could say the same thing, but
Yeah.
everyone's pretending like as if China's the victim. No, they're the ones that started it. They're the
They
ones
are.
why you cannot see your grandparents.
Yeah, I mean exactly.
Okay, you know-
It's correct, but if you want to say, like he definitely mishandled how New York is. If you look at New York now, it's pretty fucked. Like the mortality rate of people getting killed there, man, that's gonna skyrocket up bad. Cause well, we look at it now. Imagine if Australia was like that. How many deaths in Australia right now? Like was it between 60 and 100? I think. Hopefully, it's not more than that.
3.5.
In
Fair enough,
fairness,
people.
Australia is doing a great job. Although New York was always a dump. I mean, even before all this, even the people they had no morals. They didn't care for each other.
I mean,
And the architecture was
yeah,
so garbage.
I mean, it's
if
true.
those buildings were built up here,
I mean,
that
like
would be illegal.
like
Illegal.
30% of the people that live in 30% of people that live in New York are either homeless or you know out on the streets and shit. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
who's what, Shilly? You got a conspiracy? What's the conspiracy?
Okay. Okay. this is a really in-depth one, right? So
Okay.
you know petrol prices, right?
If you blame the Aboriginals, I'm
very
stopping
cheap.
it right here.
How'd you know? Look, no one's blamed them yet, right? Take a petrol.
Nah.
Oh no, mate,
It was
no
a
one's
joke.
blaming
It was a
them.
joke. It was a joke. Love the Axie community, of course. But yeah, what's the conspiracy? Theory?
Oh, that was it.
What about
That was
about
it.
the Aboriginals?
Yeah, mate. No one's ever blamed them since what 2008.
the guys are just doing their own thing, really. But
They got more to worry about than fucking dying from a cold.
what? Fucking the Aboriginals.
Yeah.
They're just doing their own shit, man. I'm glad none of them are getting affected by it because you know there's not as many as you know true fucking Aboriginals. Yeah, bless you, Frank. Bless you. Look at Frank's head. Look at that. I just haven't seen that for a while. I just want to just grab it on the screen. Just grab it and just.
And shake it.
Nah, just see if there's any coconut milk in there. Just crack it open. If it's got any milk, just chuck it away. It's fine.
Add
But,
James to call.
James who? James Brown.
No, James Charles, mate.
James Charles. Oh.
It's
Oh.
Julius.
This
Oh.
group right here, let's stick with this. This is a great group we have
Jules.
right now.
Yeah, see
Okay.
Julius.
Hello,
has
Julius.
good
Oh,
opinions
Julius.
as well.
Well,
Alright, Julius. Alright, yep, this is your boy Slim Trade, Julius. Alright, so Julius, you hear me right? Okay, so Jules, I'm gonna ask you a question, right? Alright, so listen
Yeah,
here.
what?
So, with this whole COVID-19 shit, right? What do you think is gonna be the outcome? What's gonna come out of all this whole shit? Is there gonna be a war? What do you think is gonna happen? And who are you gonna blame it on?
Hopefully we all die, but hey, that's just wishful thinking. No, I reckon it's a bio attack personally, because all
yeah,
natural diseases we've developed immunities for. So all this shit just comes out of the nowhere, and everyone's getting infected. Like, come on, get real.
So you feel like, is there gonna be a war? Do you feel like
Yeah, we're about to witness the beginning of World War III.
Yep. Do you think that's it, Khan?
Because China and allies are going to be like,
Sorry?
oh, no, it's not true, fuck off.
Yeah, because I feel like, remember,
And
if we attack China, China's with Russia, right? Aren't they?
Mhm.
So
Oh,
yeah,
both of
Russia,
them.
Yeah,
Russia will
Russia's
turn their
China's
back
well.
and leave China drowning in their own pool of
I
blood.
mean they're affecting Russia
no
as
one's
well.
friends with Russia.
At the same thing, it's like you're affecting people in Russia as well. So if they still work together, Russia's fucked. Yeah, but we're kind of overthinking it. But hopefully, for me, everything all gets better. And
But don't you think it's weird how all of a sudden China, ground zero, has no infection?
at
Oh, they're
Wuhan,
not telling.
Yeah, it's all lies. It's all
yeah,
lies.
it's
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
what because
yeah,
that's what
no,
we
no.
said.
China's
they're not
lying.
That's what I was about to
Yeah,
say.
yeah.
Like, is the government actually lying about most of the mortality rates
Oh,
there?
my
Is
God.
everything all
Yes.
clear? Yeah, I think it's true. That they're kind of trying to keep it like, oh yeah, there's about 100 people. Yeah, it's fine. But no, it's fucking
No, I reckon
bad.
they've already got a vaccine for it, and they're just because apparently it started in a lab over there, and there's reports that it did from America, and they want to begin an investigation about the cause of the virus, the actual cause, but China are not letting it. Meanwhile, slip this vial on the floor. Big boom. Fish.
Okay,
Come on,
Julius.
come on,
All right,
man.
Julius. I like to see half of your face. You're looking like you're in a fucking granny flat, cooking up a fire.
Yeah.
What are you doing,
The
Julius?
beanie is a good look, though. The beanie is a good look.
Come on, show us your head, Julius. I want to see your head.
Pull your dick out, mate. Stop trying to pull stuff.
Gee.
Yeah, see, don't worry, Julius. You got the nice shave, mate. It's
Pull
all
the
right.
gun.
It's
See,
all right.
Julius
Oh,
has a
Frank.
shave
Oh,
too.
Frank. Don't pull your hair back like you're part of the bald
I had a
crew.
bald head
Yeah,
the
you
whole
did
year.
have it, and I mean that's with everyone with long hair. It goes quick anyway. But back to the whole COVID shit. Yeah, there's a lot of conspiracies out there, and now even for me, I'm kind of worried about how the government is gonna try to make this seem like it's not much of a big deal and it'll be over in about a year. No, it could take 2
You know
years.
what's weird? Have you guys seen I think it was a Vice report in China? They're blaming black people
Oh, he does.
yeah.
Oh,
I've
they're
seen
trying to
that,
spread
and
that
things
blame
like
around
people on
so
the streets
bad.
and everything.
They're
Wait,
pulling a Hitler into the Jews.
they're
on
blaming
black
the
people
I
in
haven't heard
China.
this. They're blaming
It's
blaming
like what they
African
did with the
Americans.
Jews. Remember what they
Yeah,
did
like
with the Jews?
black citizens in China, like people who've moved
Oh,
there.
so
you know,
they made the corona for. Oh my god. See, like it's
COVID
turning
was
into like a
COVID.
racist thing. Like it's just it's getting. What did Chili say?
It's funny
COVID was
message.
created by the indigenous people of Australia as a revenge of the genocide from Australia Day, which is a win-win for the elimination of the
what?
white Australians and lowering of the petrol prices.
So that's
Oh
for the
my
gas prices.
god! Why do you do
Is
that?
it true? Is it true? Is it a coincidence?
I'll try not to make this into a racist podcast, but how is it going? Do you know the mortality rate in Croatia, Frank? Or
Yeah, there's a few dead ones.
there's a few dead
Not
ones?
high enough.
There
Oh,
is
that's
Three.
it.
There is a few dead ones.
What do you
Sure,
say,
sure,
Jules? What do you say, Jules?
I said it's not high enough, clearly.
Oh, Frank, what are you gonna say about that? Frank, you gonna get him? You gonna get him?
Well, at least like I'm
You'll
very
bring up
sorry
the
about
World
what's happening in Italy, but we're doing better than what Italy is.
I mean, fucking everyone
Ooh.
is. Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I just don't. You never think of such a beautiful country like Italy to be affected that badly on the COVID shit, and
You know, people are living in
Not old
trees.
people.
Like they're
Africans,
living
Aboriginals.
inside trees. Like tree houses and living in trees because it's safer than the houses. Yeah,
tree houses.
look it
What?
up. People are living in trees.
But that's not
'cause
homeless.
it's safer
That's
than
homeless,
living in
mate. That's
trees.
that's not just the
Minecraft
normal. That's
That's
Look
just
it
a
up, I'm not
COVID
even
thing,
joking.
mate.
Did they
The
bring the
poverty thing.
chickens and the cows up there to get the leather? Like, what the fuck's going on over there?
the weather. Did you say
Holy.
about the weather?
The leather.
Oh, the leather,
Minecraft
okay.
picture.
Now tell her.
But yeah, I just you never think, right, in our whole life, you know, you got the fucking war, you got like, you know, the Black Plague, all these shit, all this type of stuff in, you know, what are you doing, Chili? What are you doing?
Nothing.
You know,
Thumbnail.
the thumbnail. All right, thumbnail. I don't know what the thumbnail's gonna be like. It's probably just gonna be our heads again, and but with the whole thing, you know, of us being alive, right? You never expect us to be, or I never expected to be in a pandemic, in the middle of a pandemic like this. I thought, I mean, I'm glad we're not in school, because you could imagine how hard it would be getting our HSC in these conditions. But, you know, it's
Oh
definitely
my
not...
god.
What? Oh,
Someone's in the washing machine.
yeah, Julius is in the washing machine. What's that noise?
Dogs in the
I think the
Oh,
washing
thanks.
machine's breathing, Julius. What are you doing?
Watch the dog.
My dad cooking show.
Your what?
My dad cooking.
Your dad? What did your dad do to you? Oh,
He's cooking.
he's cooking, but why does it sound like the washing machine was breathing?
What do you mean?
Nah, don't worry about it. But nah, I don't know what I would say to the fucking year 11 kids that, you know, what they're year 12 now. Like, I wonder what those guys are doing now. You know, if it's harder for them, you know, doing Zoom classes and shit. Because imagine doing Zoom classes. Like, imagine being like, I would use you for example, Julius or Khan. Like that time where, you know, come when you're back at home, your sister's always singing, you always hear your mum screaming at your dad, Shinnok, and
chaos,
yeah, all that
chaos.
stuff, and Julius is getting beaten by his dad. We don't want to be beaten by his dad, but you always the arguments and stuff. But like, can you imagine that, like, how difficult it is for some of us that, you know, have to do Zoom classes? Like, that shit isn't easy, man. But Khan, with you in Zoom classes, how do you like that? The whole thing, how they're doing it.
It's not raining.
Well,
Julius, it's Julius.
Thankfully-
Hang on, Khan. Julius, it's not raining.
I'll hang on.
It's not raining, Julius. Why does it sound like you've been attacked by
It's
someone?
my dad cooking with oil.
Yeah, it's not
it's not
raining.
raining.
It's not.
There's some more
Yeah,
impression.
it's
No.
it's about 14 degrees, Julius, and a little bit cloudy.
Yeah.
I think it's raining. Yep,
It's
show
not
us. Yeah, there you go.
Doesn't
Julius,
rain.
it's not adding up, Julius. What's going on, Julius? Oh, on Thursday.
It's a conspiracy. Let me mute myself and I'll
Nah,
wait.
it's fun, bro. But yeah, Khan, how's it using Zoom classes and shit?
Well, thankfully, we don't know the other students that well. You know, we're all sort of brand new to it, so no one wants to
kind
do
of like
something
do
too
mingle and stuff and
outrageous.
kind of like talk. Yeah.
So for the most part, everyone keeps it cool, calm, and relaxed.
Yeah.
But I tell you, there's times you're just like, man, I could just press leave meeting and like spend the rest of my day doing what I want. Like,
Yeah. Exactly.
but there's also the part of going to class. There's a
Frank's
part of
face.
like getting on the bus. It's yeah, Frank, you look dead, bro.
Frank, look at your face. You look like you're just trying to. That's not comfortable, mate. Like, even I'm not comfortable looking at you. Like, what the hell's that?
It's like someone cast a spell on you, mate.
Yeah, what the fuck, bro?
Just carry on.
But
Nah, there's not much to say.
yeah, cause with my best mate, Farhan, you guys talked to him a few times. He was at my party as well. He's one of my best mates since primary. Like, those guys like fuck around in like Zoom classes and shit, and like, there's like for him in history class, people are so strict they don't want to make any jokes. Like, I think he told me he pulled like an R. Kelly joke in history, and like no one talked to him for like the rest of the semester. But like
That's a
people,
long time.
but people in English, like, you can just like have a joke and stuff. I just like same thing with you, Con. We were talking about with you, you know, trying to get along with you know, the other students
Yeah.
and shit. I don't believe it's your fault. Obviously not, because we fucking got along with you. Because we wouldn't be talking to you now if we didn't, obviously. But so, what do you think is the main problem of that? Why can't you get along with these people? And like, what type of people are these? You know, people are. What type of people are these people are? What are they like? Khan, in class, every Zoom class, like, or just in general, like, what's the environment
They're
around
just
Too serious? Like, too serious? Do you think?
It's not too serious. It's just that they're not as tough as us. Like, we could crack a joke. We could make fun of every single one of us in the party right now, and we'd still be laughing.
Yeah.
But with them, I mean, you crack a joke about something that isn't even relating to them, they'll find a reason to complain, you know.
Yeah.
And they think, you know,
Oh,
you're a bad guy for making fun of it. It's like, no, I'm trying to make you guys laugh at a time like this. What's so bad about that?
Yeah. Exactly.
But they're just not as tough as us anymore.
Yeah. What did you say, Frank? Because you mumbled to
Oh, I
yourself.
just said fuck those people.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's true. Like I think the whole point of life is just to have a joke and not to take shit seriously. Like, you know, because Chili always has a go at me for taking shit seriously. Chili, you know, because, you know, Chili takes shit seriously all the time. I'm joking, but nah. But nah. I just don't get people like that. I mean, like, okay, it's serious. We just need to study. But like, I don't think that's the point of, you know, life. You're supposed to have a laugh. You're supposed to enjoy it. Supposed to, you know, fucking have a joke. You're just supposed to just be happy. But like, you know, I mean, of course, everyone's not, you know, the same and everyone's different. But nah, I wish people weren't like that. I mean, that's why I'm blessed that when we went to RSC, as much as it was a toxic fucking place, because, you know, Chili went there because, you know, yeah, nah,
My fault.
nah, but a lot of people, a lot of students there were a bit toxic and stuff. But at the end of the day, we all had memories of funny shit that we did, and you know, that's why I'm blessed to go to be in RSC. As much as, you know, if I went to other school, I mean, I was so close to going to Epic Boys in Year 7. Thank God I didn't, because I think I would be looking at girls like they're boys or something, boys like they're girls, if I was in an all boys school. And so I think Frank did, you know, since he went to Holy Cross. But you know, I'm glad he's not. Nah, but no, I'm just glad RSC was good in terms of the community that we were in. Everyone was a bunch of characters there, you know, the African boys, the Chinese boys, the Arabs, the Lebos. I mean, the Arabs are Lebos. Fucking the Turkish people, even though I don't like the people.
Oh, come on, bro. There's two of us, and, you know, you're talking to one now.
Nah, the Turkish people are always good, mate. But you got anything to say, Julius, about schooling or? Nah, you just gotta roll your cigarettes. Yep. Yep. I like how you just showed us your roof,
Can we
Julius.
please bring up Valentine's?
Yeah, Julius. What?
Can we please bring up Valentine's? Can he explain it?
What do you mean Valentine's?
You remember that Valentine's?
Oh, the shit that Julius did to someone. If Julius says something, then yeah. If he says, okay, we can talk about it, because I feel like if we talk about these experiences, I feel like we can definitely grow out of it, and it's just something for us to learn from. But if Julius keeps on leaving it inside himself and leaving it to the side, and for only people like Chili, Khan, and Frank and I to remember, Like, come on, Julius, you got to tell us what happened that day. And if you try to change up the story, because I know you are good at doing that,
If
the
you
boys
don't feel
remember.
comfortable,
So yeah, Julius, we'll give
okay.
you the count of 10. If you don't say anything or tell us, we'll tell
if
the
you don't
story.
feel comfortable, it's okay.
Yeah, it's
But
fine. If you
if
just say
you
no,
do,
it's fine. We're just fucking around. But
we're all here to
there's
listen.
always these little experiences and stories that we cringy shit that we did in high school. So Julius, do you want to talk about it or nah? Because I know you're showing us your roof, and that's a very very nice roof. It's a very nice roof. Thanks for showing us your double chin, Chili.
You're welcome.
So Julius,
It's a pleasure.
you don't want to put your 2 cents in it, Julius? Nothing? You don't want to tell us about your Valentine's Day story? Back in next to the cricket nets. No. Yep. Okay. Yeah, he's dead.
I think he muted his mic.
Mute his mic.
Yeah, didn't you do that?
I think he did. I don't know why he's like that. But nah. Was there any moments you guys remember at school? There was like this one moment that was a bit either cringy or like, let's just say it was at Julius's level. Let's just say that. If you can think about it. What was that, Frank? That was like,
I got
maybe.
I got too many. I
Okay,
got
well,
too
come on,
many.
show us some. Oh no, Frank. No, I can remember.
Yeah.
Didn't Julius say you stole this guy's girlfriend, right? And you
Oh
made him
my
cry and he was gonna
God.
bash her. You're like, oh, you stole my
Oh
girlfriend, you
my
stole my girlfriend, I'll
God.
get you, you cough it up, blondie. Yeah, that's what he said to you, and then and then like, yeah, so what happened then? Because it's always Julius saying, oh, Frank, the slag man,
happened?
shagged the other missus. Remember that? Yeah, okay, tell us what happened.
What happened? Okay, so the first time, what happened the first time? The first time, so pretty much, I started talking to this girl. Little did I know she had a boyfriend.
Yeah, Frank, you don't need the whisper. She's not in the other room, mate.
No.
Maybe she is, bro. Maybe.
So I started talking to a girl.
We don't know.
And she had a boyfriend, which I didn't know about.
Yeah.
And then the next day, he finds out that we spoke the night before. So
heard the voice
that
crack.
afternoon, after school, he still met top right. He came up to me, full like he was angry.
Was it?
as fuck,
Did he
was
have any
shaking
boys with
like
him,
this.
or
Oh
you
yeah,
have?
he had a few.
Back up.
Oh,
He had
yeah.
a few with
Boyfriend.
Yeah, boyfriend.
Him. Yeah, boyfriend. He had a few boyfriends with him because it was from Holy Cross, which was of course.
Yeah, from Holocaust, of
Holy
course.
man.
Yeah, he's not gonna bring any girls with him. Unless he sees them as girls,
Yeah.
but
All
yeah.
his end girls.
He sees me in the food court, and he like charges to me and just stops out
Oh,
there.
he rugby
And,
tackles you or
I'm
something.
sitting down
He
on a
rugby
chair,
tackles.
and he's not even taller than me. And he's just like this, talking to me, and it's like, are you trying to steal my fucking girl and all this shit? And we were all kind of laughing. And then he wanted to fight right there, right then, and I was like, nope. And then he
Nah, you're not
took off,
having it. You're not having it.
and then that was it.
I'll
And
give it
then
ya.
the second time, it was another person. The girl was kind of flirting with me, and I didn't know how to take it or not because I knew she was taken. So I just asked a friend about it, and then that friend ended up telling other people, even though she was like one of my closest people.
Yeah.
So she was kind of a liar, and she went on and told the boyfriend, and then the boyfriend broke up with the girl, and then so I kind of broke two people relationships.
Breaking everyone's heart.
Slim Trady's back. Julius, did you hear our
Special
conversation,
appearance.
Julius? Do you wanna? Julius, turn on your mic. We have to. So we heard Frank's story. Turn on your mic.
He said one moment.
Yeah,
He
one
said
moment. Yeah, one moment. Or one girl he's only been with, but we don't know that for sure.
I was having dinner and I just asked,
Oh, we can ask
plugged in
him
a
this question.
microphone.
Yeah, Julius, can we ask you the question? Oh no, let Frank ask you the
What-
question.
What question?
Would you be open to talk to us about your Valentine's Day experience?
Which one?
Which one?
Okay, let's say the one. Let's just say
Come on, guys. You know I was a weird cunt in high
her
school.
name. Yeah, it's fine, because that's what I'm saying. It's like we learn from these experiences, and if we just keep it in the shadows, it's gonna affect you more when Chili says, "Oh, remember that time you put, I'm not gonna say what I'm about to say. What's gonna happen there? Or maybe you did this, Julius."
Oh,
and
you're
then-
about to spoil it for the audience.
See,
Matt,
I was
surely.
about to, but you know what I meant. It's like,
Why do
oh,
you
if
have
if
to
Chili
do
tells you
that?
now, and Chili says like, or when you piss Chili off, says, "Oh, Julius, you did that and that," and then you get upset about it. So would you like to be more open and kind of learn from what happened? And we can tell you what we saw because I was there. It was...
I mean, I've learnt from the way I was in high school.
Yeah, it's fine,
like
man.
my idea of a high school relationship was like if you guys want me to get deep into it, I realize now why it was weird.
We can be serious, you know. I mean, I much as I love to see your you know your ceiling, but come on, just yeah, turn on your camera, Chili. But yeah, would you like to talk about that Valentine's Day thing?
Sure, but before I get in on that and it cringe everyone, like when I was in high school, I had no because I didn't get a lot of love from home. Like shit was always fucking crazy. Like, you know, my mum was never home and shit. She was off dating God knows who. So I was often, you know, by myself, and I didn't know how to A, talk to women, B, talk to people, unless they were like adults and like, you know, people from, I don't know, like just docs and shit like that.
Why are you laughing?
But
Frank?
so I liked obviously Raina for a little bit.
Oh, Chili!
And
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, okay, yeah.
And, you know, we were talking on Instagram and stuff like that at the time. And I thought, okay, fuck it. Because I just thought, you know, little 12-year-old me was thinking, well, I wasn't 12, I was older, but I pretty much had the maturity
12,
of a
mate.
12-year-old.
I think you left school at 12. You left the primary school at 12, mate. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, go. Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess in my head, maybe at the time, like, I don't know, it was a long time ago, but I don't know, when I just, because you guys know, like, I did shit like that every week. Like, I had a new crush, like, every week. You know, I had a low attention span, it was always a different girl every week.
Yep.
And, never worked out, because I was a fat fuck. Still am a fat fuck, but, anyway. So
I don't think that's the reason why.
Yeah, I feel like...
I don't think your weight has anything to do
Nah,
with
because
like,
you're not. Because,
your
Julius, we
awkwardness.
say, like... With you have a good heart, and you know how to look after a girl. Okay, well, he's muted himself. Yeah, but you can hear me.
You can still speak, yeah.
Okay, yeah, but Julius is going to ignore that, what I'm saying. Nice ceiling, Julius, but it's like, as I say with Julius and a few blokes, is like, you know, looks doesn't matter. But for Julius, it's like...
Yeah, I realised that later.
Yeah, I know. But no, I'm not talking about, you know, the girls, obviously. I'm talking about you. Like, if you... Because you're saying that you're ugly and you're fat and shit. Not fat shit, sorry. Fat and shit. No. I wasn't saying that. I was saying, like, because you have a good personality and you're good to get along with. Alright? And you crack a joke. And, I don't know, girls that, you know... It's hard to know with girls these days, especially when you're in Ride, you know? Girls always looks, oh, if he's got a six-pack. I mean, like, Frank's handsome motherfucker. He's a handsome motherfucker. I feel like he has a good personality as well. But it's the same thing, it was like, with some girls, you have to be so super attractive. And I feel like you're definitely, you being, as you said, fat, is definitely not you, you know, that's the fault, you know, your fault on anything. You just didn't find the right girl, because obviously if that's such a big problem for the girl, then I didn't do it, you know? I didn't do it, OJ Simpson, but, you know what I mean? But, like, at the same time, you know, it's something hard to explain, because people that went in different schools, you know, we went to RSC, a lot of the girls there, you guys know, they're a bit... Yeah, they might have. They rather have a big dick than someone that would actually care for them and put their love out for them, you know. And there's a handful of girls that are lovely. Don't get me wrong, trust me. There's a lot of lovely girls there.
That's all girls.
Yeah,
you know?
I know. It's just
the same thing can apply to guys.
Yeah, exactly. Because what I'm trying to say is like it's not like all girls are the problem. You know, women do lie. Okay, there's no, you know, false statement. Women do lie. It's true. Okay, and
I've come to the conclusion that what was I gonna say? Yeah, women are fucked. Never trust them. They're just.
Is that your conclusion?
Is that your conclusion?
Yeah, that's my conclusion. Yeah, my conclusion
Julius's
is
experiences
life
have led him to his conclusion.
Because everyone's got different aspects.
Yeah.
Because I see, like, I've been a part of friend groups that've had, you know, girlfriends and shit, and I kind of learnt from it, and I mean, they're only fucking. I didn't have a relationship. I mean, you can call the one in Maxine West in Year 7 a relationship, but I don't. It's a fucking.
That was a turn.
That was like, you know, give me
It
a
was a
turn on that.
turn.
I mean, I'm the one that
No, you
had
don't
the.
have relationships. You have turns.
Yeah,
You were
exactly.
sharing.
Yeah,
That's
shit.
right.
I mean, no, I didn't
Did you
share.
guys want me to continue with this shit?
Yeah, but like I'm
Um,
trying to explain what you're saying, Julius, because when people watch this, they're
Yeah.
say, "Oh, who's this hooded guy that's got lung cancer and who's all that stuff, smoking." That was a joke, by the way. But you know, the people that do know you and truly know you, that you're a good bloke, okay. But okay, continue what you're saying, because you don't want to make me keep on expanding this shit. But yeah, okay, continue.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask this girl out. Should I say the name? I don't think she watches the podcast.
I
No.
did. I
Say
think
it,
she's
say
seen
it.
the story, but I feel like if she ever does, then I'll blank the name out. Okay, and plus I think.
Oh,
Chili's
it doesn't really matter. I'm not going to say anything
we're not
bad.
talking
Yeah, I'm
shit
gonna go
about it. Yeah,
toilet.
exactly. Nah, I mean, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, we're going to torture. No, it's alright. Yeah, continue what you're saying.
Well, I liked Raina,
He's not good.
and you know, like I don't know, it felt like she got me, and she was like I don't know, caring a bit in a time where in high school, you know, like I was definitely, I feel like a loner. You know? I was heading between your group and other groups, just trying to find, you know, people to like sit with and shit, 'cause I was like retarded. And so I told George, and he was doing the things for the assembly that we had.
It was like the light crew, I think.
Yeah, he was part of the light crew, and I said, I don't know, I'll get her like just alone, you know, and just ask her, hey, do you want to go out? And then I fucking kid you not, as soon as I walk out, he guides me to this ramp at the back of the school, and there's fucking like rose petals and shit. Because yeah, I was extra. I didn't know how to communicate with girls. Like I realize now that, you know,
So you're gonna be a romantic man.
no, that shit doesn't matter. Like it's all about finding connections with people. Like if you chill with someone, then you might ask, hey, do you want to go out and be something a little more? Not like, you know, you don't throw that around like, oh shit, we should just date. Oh my god, let's fuck.
Julius, I'm not gonna
it's
stop
not
you
like
here,
that.
but your light's kind of fucked up, and I'm a little bit nervous.
Yeah, this light's as fucked up as me.
Oh,
Oh,
fuck.
oh,
Oh, oh,
broken. Life's broken.
Jesus. Okay, continue.
And so when George showed me the flowers, because I bought like a single flower. You know, I didn't have money, and so he told me to give that to him, because I did give it to him, because I didn't want her to like see it and be like, oh shit, what are you doing with that? I didn't want to embarrass her. I just wanted to give it to her because she was like there for me and stuff, and like, you know, thanks for, you know, being there for shit. And he plucked every fucking petal from that fucking thing and put it in a love heart on a ramp. He didn't tell me until I got there.
George, what are you doing, you bloody 83?
And I've had to cop this shit. I've had to cop this shit throughout high school. None of you guys believed me.
Because it seems like such an odd thing George to do. Like, why would he do that for you? You seem like the guy in our
I
perspective.
told him to keep
You seem
the
like the
flower.
guy that would do romantic shit like that in like in front of everyone.
I would.
Exactly, and we just
Yeah,
didn't expect. George Kachichin, the fucking. I fucking love George, but he's a bit of a tight ass sometimes. But at that time, for him
That's
to do
just 'cause
that.
he's Armenian.
Oh, okay. If he's Armenian, okay, all right.
I
Yep.
think he was just trying to take the piss, honestly.
I mean, like.
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah.
You put. It feels like instead of like. It looks like you put a little bit more effort into the whole love heart thing, because no one would fucking do that. I mean, it might not work.
I wouldn't.
But at the same time,
Why the fuck would you do that when you
didn't
ask someone
work,
out? What if they
yeah.
say no?
see,
Which
imagine,
happened, by the
imagine
way.
if she
Let's
said,
continue
imagine,
the
she,
story.
imagine she said yes. So yeah,
No.
continue what you're
What
saying.
would you
Continue
done?
after the flowers and the petals,
You
and
would've
then once
whipped
the
it out.
assembly finished. Tell us what happened.
And so I think one of you guys, like I was down there, and I think you came down there with me. We walked down there to meet up with George.
Yeah.
And he was like, "What the you were like, what the fuck?" I was kind of like, "What's going on here?" But I think someone came down with me, and I think someone went and grabbed her. Because next minute she's coming down with like a group of 10 girls, and then the rest of the Oval group come down to see what the fuck's going on. And yeah, so I'm just standing there, and she walks off.
Yep.
So she knows what's about to happen. And I
Because
talked
did
to
you have a
her.
flower in your hand too? So it would have
I
been like the
think
bachelor,
so.
and it would have been like, we accept this rose.
Yeah, I
Okay, guys, stop. That's enough. That's enough. All right, he's
Alright, go.
if he gives you that stare, if he gives you that stare, mate, he's gonna come up behind you and do something to you. No, seriously, but because I remember, I don't remember. I think once I saw it, I'll be honest with you, I laughed, but I didn't come down with you to it. I was with Ahmed Darwich, and what I remember is that like once she saw it, like her friends took. I don't think she even saw it. I think who was it? I think it was either Bella. Faith Walsh, or I'm not sure. It was someone that dragged her away to stop her from going to you. And I remember just like once everyone saw you, were like, "Oh, you guys are mean," and then you ran away, start crying. And that was a joke, by the way, Julius. No, you didn't. But all I remember was you just running away, and then fucking Darwich taking the piss out of it. Like he threw a condom at you. I said, "Mate, it looks like you don't need that anymore." And I just think Ahmed Darwich made it so funny. It was so slack as well, but like, I just feel like I don't remember when it was, like 9 or something. But at the same time, but when you look back at it, it was, you know, it was a dick.
I mean, I
by-
spoke to her about it last year. Like, I don't know, we were talking. Me and her, we were still friends.
Yeah.
And even after that, we were still friends. She'd still be there for me. I mean, I went about, because I'm a very petty person. I won't talk to people for like 3 weeks if like they do something I don't like.
Yeah, a bit like Frank.
Like maybe even years.
Frank-
And I
Frank doesn't
I
talk
don't
to
even
me.
pick up my phone as it is.
Frank doesn't love me anymore.
And
No, I'm talking about Frank.
he
about
only
me.
loves
I
his
was-
bed and his mama. I'm sorry.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Uh,
go on,
Oh, we
Jules.
get it. You got $50 bills, chili, alright, shush. But
We get it. You deal cat on the street. Calm down.
but see,
Oh.
see that experience for us is like, just, I mean, it's good to see it in your perspective, but you know, as
Yeah.
of course, as when
All
you
of that helped me.
exactly,
When
that's
Good
what,
I'm like
character.
emotionally
I
mature.
wasn't at the school yet. So
yeah,
I
exactly. Yeah,
couldn't
it was around early. Oh no, so she came
was year
around
9.
year 8 and then year 9.
First day, year 7.
About early year 9, and
Oh.
yeah, of course when we're at that point now of course we kind of see how much of a dick, you know, we all were, and I can admit that on like, you know, taking the piss out of it, because of course it definitely hurt you, but I'm glad that you were able to talk about it now, and me kind of, you know, for us to, you know, kind of realize it a bit more, and thanks for, you know, fixing up your screen, Chili,
I
but
mean, I
you know,
don't care about any of that stuff. It was all in high
I
school.
mean, of course,
but
you know,
it
in
did
high
help
school and
me
stuff, but you know, it
emotionally mature.
kind of the shit that we did in high school kind of portrays in who we are to other people. I mean, who gives a shit what other people think? But you know, I'm glad that you, like, people that did. Of course, I think maybe if George watches this, I don't know what the little cunt does. I love him, but
Oh, me neither.
if he watches this shit, then George will kind of sees it on your perspective. Because to this day, George still denies it, that he took part in the whole, you know, put the pedals in the love heart and see if she can shag me. Yep, cheers to you too, cunt.
I'm pretty
And,
sure he did it with what's his face, that the weird guy he was friends with,
Weird guy. Who's that?
Fontana.
Oh,
I think is his name.
see, when you look at George now, right? I love the guy. I always love him. Nothing's gonna change that. But
Mr.
if
Drifter,
if
George
you can
Kachichian.
compare him to what he was back then to now, he's completely changed, cunt, man. He
I don't know.
denies, you know, being best friends with Jane Fontana and shit. I mean, like, I'm not against Jane
Denies it.
Fontana, but like, he's changed, and
That's harsh.
a lot of people. I mean, I never forget where I came from, and never forget the people that, you know, I've impacted, or people that, you know, if I've done shit to them and stuff. I'm aware of that shit. But you know, for him to not even admit, what's so funny about that, Chili?
Oh no, Frank looks like he's praying.
Frank's praying.
Oh no, I just typed up a few coins.
Oh, okay.
Oh Jesus, what the fuck's that? But what you call it? But nah, as some of
He's
us,
saving up for FIFA points.
no, yeah, he probably is. But you know, just for you to like forget who you actually were compared to now. You know, like, oh, I was best friends with Jennifer. I can admit, you know, with the whole Regan thing, I can admit, he was one of my best mates. I loved the guy. He was fucking sick. But now, when I truly knew who he actually fucking was and how he treated other people and my good friends that did nothing to him, now I realize. You know.
Oh god, he's on a plane.
Yeah, that's a helicopter. But you meet those people in your life, because for me, I see the good in people and stuff. But you know, sometimes that's not always good. You know. But I'm not sure. I don't know how you guys see it in, you know, other different people, as you've seen from them, you know, from high school and from now, if they changed or some shit. But don't know what to say to that. If you guys want to, you know, say anything, but I don't know.
There's a few stories that followed a similar progression in high school with girls, and you know, like, I don't know. I've messaged Frank recently because if you remember, like, what he said he was gonna do.
Oh yeah.
I just like,
yeah,
I
but
don't know.
Frank's never gonna do that. He's too fucking scared.
I did
Yeah.
message her.
Oh really?
I don't know, but it doesn't matter. What, and if he did, it just hurts a little that like people remember who you were and don't keep in mind that people change. Like a lot has happened to me in these last, even honestly since high school, just a lot has just piled up on me. And I honestly, I feel like I change every day and just continuously change. So if people have like an idea of me, which is what I feel like has happened if he did do what he did, and the fact that the person like hasn't responded or hasn't messaged me doesn't really bother me. But what does is the idea of that person might have of me.
Yeah,
To not want
like
to
people
do
that
that.
practically do nothing, like that even worries me as well. Is like if I had done anything to the person when I know I didn't,
Yeah.
and the way they, you know, they message you back or something, or leave you on red and shit. Like, you know, it fucks you up because, you know, for me, I'm not the type of person that likes to, you know, hold grudges anymore. I kind of learned from doing that from, you know, past experiences and shit. But you know, it kind of hurts you if you're the type of person, you know, that isn't used to having, you know, arguments and beef and, you know, those type of dilemmas that, you know, that you've been through. I don't know what I would do if I'm in your shoes, Julius, that you went through and shit. So I have no clue really, you know, but that's definitely one thing that people need to, you know, watch out when they're in high school. Just make sure you know who the right people with, because for me, I wish I was in a few different groups in high school. I'll be honest with you. For me,
What do you mean?
the oval was a bit toxic. I'll tell you that.
You know the girls that split up? It's now Ben, Lynette, Mayana together, and then Heba, Akbar, and Naza together.
Wait, what?
Ben and the girls hate each other.
Who cares? They've hated each other like every week.
Yeah,
I was up there.
True.
It was always like,
yeah,
True.
but like just remember, it's they're always a unit.
But now,
Those
now
girls.
they've actually separated into two different groups.
It's like
just two? Man, I thought there'd be like 18 different fucking groups.
Yeah.
just they're all
Like,
the
Two groups
ones.
for everyone. Everyone has two
It's
groups.
just like it was so toxic up there, and that's why you know.
Narcissistic.
I kind of
that's why.
understand why when I try to bring up people there, they kind of want to go back. And I wish I was with Jaden's right group and all that stuff because I love those guys. I talk to them every day, play games with them and shit. And I wish I was in their group because it seems of a less toxic environment compared to it was on the Oval. I mean, I love you.
Oh, I don't know about that because they hung out with Tegan Scarano,
I mean, yeah,
and there
but
was
like,
beef there.
No, I
with
understand,
a
but
cheating
it's like,
girlfriend.
but like, terms of my friendships, right? Because I'm glad that
yeah.
I still have Frank from the Oval. I still love Keon, Chili. I wouldn't say Khan from the Oval because Khan was still in the handball thing. I said from both.
Yeah.
But I always love Khan.
Yeah.
fucking. I mean, you could say Ninjash and Leroy. I mean, I'm not always close to them, but I've always appreciated them and stuff. But those
Oh, I
guys on the
can't stand
oval and
Yeah.
stuff. It's like
Not seeing them.
yeah. Bye bye Frank. Is that dinner time? Is that dinner?
No, not yet.
No, but you kind of regret doing certain things, and I just wish I wasn't in that environment because that isn't in my type of environment to be with toxic people, in terms of kind of trying to destroy each other and shit. Because as a group we've been through a lot in terms of fucking all that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Big dramas.
big
Yeah.
dramas
The
and
vibe
like
attracts a tribe.
what?
But we got over them,
Yeah,
you
it's a
know.
tribe.
There
Yeah, I
was a
know,
lot of
exactly,
things
and
happen. Just look at
it's
you
just-
and Frank.
What? Yeah, with my situation with Frank, it was a lot of shit. Okay, it was a lot of shit. And at
But
the end
it
of the day,
forged a stronger
at the end of the
friendship.
day, I love Frank. Nothing's gonna change that. Do not blush, Frank. Do not blush. Okay, do not blush. I'm always gonna love him, no matter what. Because for me, it's like there's not enough time in this world in our lives to, fight, to worry about shit like that. Because in 20 years after this, we record this, for example, we're gonna forget about it. We're gonna be on with our lives, families, and everything. So that's how I see it.
Or some of us might die.
Okay, two people said two different
Shall I
things.
put this in?
Frank said something and Julius said we will end up dying. Okay, yes, Julius. Yes,
I
Julius.
think Pitty is gonna make us cry.
No, it's not gonna make anyone cry. I'm just telling the truth because
Very emotional words.
it's true. Because people don't realize, see all this, and all that shit like that. But at the same time, if you got kids, in RSC year 10, or blah, 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 she said this, or she stole my boyfriend, or fucking, they're gonna forget about it. There's no point. And that's the problem. Everyone's getting jealous or everyone's talking shit. It's just that's why I'm glad I'm out of school, and that's why I wish I could kind of teach people through our experiences and stuff to kind of like not put up with that, because you're supposed to have fun at school at the end of the day, and that fucking whole
But
what
at that age, we don't realize like that that's only a small period of our life and that we should enjoy it.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like,
it's
there's a
literally
lot
the
of
best
things.
of your life.
exactly, because
Yeah, now look at it.
now
Like,
I regret some of. What are you doing, Chili? What are you doing? You just bop it up and down like you're fucking you shagging someone or something.
Yeah, that's got ADHD. Sorry.
HD, alright. Yeah, that's a good Joyner Lucas album. Thanks, Chili. But at the same time, it's like I wish I took more from school. I wish I, kind of didn't take it for granted. Because it definitely went too fast. It went too too fucking fast, and wish I did more things with the boys, not realizing like graduation's around the corner and shit. It's just it makes you it flabbergasts you that we're already graduated, and as Chili and I was saying about after the whole HSC thing, it's like we're still on fucking public holidays. It doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like that we're graduated. Like everything's all over for us in high school and shit. And yeah, I mean it saddens me to know that we can't. I mean most of the people there's always this one couple of people that you guys go to roll call with. You always say hello and shit. Like you're gonna forget about those people. You're not gonna see them until like a couple more or 20 years and shit. Like for me, Tashawn, that the Sri Lankan kid, he's a fucking sick kid. I'll fucking love him every day. I talk to him at roll call. I never had a proper friendship with him, and I always gotta remember all the time. It's always that little bunch of people you guys remember and shit. And
Martin Wang.
yeah, Martin Wang. See, he's probably gonna be the greatest chef of
Martin!
like the whole China. You never know. You never know.
Oh, they fucking
Julius,
need
shout
some
Martin.
real
Julius,
cooks
shout
these
Martin. Shout Martin. No, you're not gonna say it. Yeah, Mr. Grotto's gonna get
Come
you.
on, Julius.
Come on,
Don't you remember all the
Julius.
maths lessons with
You might get in
Singleton?
trouble,
Bullshit,
man.
You're not gonna get in trouble, Julius. Miss Singleton's not in your house, but Mr. Grotto is. So we can't hear you, Julius. Your mic's not working, by the way.
Come on, Julius. Shut Martin.
he might end up hearing me from China, and we can't be having that.
Oh, so you're scared of
Oh,
Martin,
it
not
is
your dad?
happening.
Yeah.
Well,
Whoa, bro.
but no, I mean, it's it's a pretty common question, but like, of course, I would ask, what would I've already asked that so many times, but like, what would you guys miss about school, and like, I mean, obviously you guys would miss each other, obviously, I mean, I definitely don't miss Chili.
Yeah.
Joking, Chili.
Yeah,
I
fuck no, that.
always fucking love Chili and stuff. But at the same time, obviously we're gonna miss all the shit that we did, and looking back at the podcast when we started it at 2019 January and shit, when we're still in fucking year 12, and just talking about Miss Samuels and all these other fucking teachers that we did, all we had. Sorry,
did.
let me rephrase that.
You mean
I
Chili
did.
did?
Chili did.
Yeah, Chili did.
But
More property.
it's just what the fuck's that, Chili?
Or something.
Oh, okay. But so yeah, I still don't feel like I'm in adulthood now. It's slowly kicking in, but at the same
Because nothing's actually started.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I mean,
still
like the whole
kids, still
coronavirus
babies.
thing's kind of postponed that for us, and man, glad we're out of school. But at the same time, it's gonna go quick. It's already nearly half of the year already. It's been a lot, cause all HSC and shit, and I don't know. It's just that's why I'm glad to make these podcast things as much as I don't want it to make it, I don't want to make it a famous thing. I just want to make it as a personal diary, because once we're gone, I might leave something behind, like something like this shit. But, this is just for us to document memories and shit, and I wish I had more stuff back then, but that's why I'm glad, I record the videos and stuff. And I wish I recorded more of us playing games, with the old Pro Clubs boys and stuff, and we always made fun of each other and shit. But, I don't know.
I think you have to stop reminiscing about the old times and make new memories.
See, yeah, exactly. That's why, because when you do bring
So
up
you
the
always
past,
make new memories.
yeah, exactly. Because I understand. See, you're right. It's correct. It's like it's not always good to go back to the old. Think about the old days.
Pro
the old
Clubs
days.
2021.
I mean, I could possibly buy PS4. I mean, we got PS4. I'll possibly buy
Don't
FIFA again.
fucking
Sorry,
bother.
but I'm
Don't
not, because I'm
fucking
going to stick
bother.
to 2K20. But at the same
If you
time,
give that company any more fucking money,
nope.
I'll kill you.
No.
I will actually end you.
That was nice.
It's got a bit of beef there, Julius.
EA's got a silver.
EA Sports, it's in the wallet.
Yeah, it's in the fucking wallet. But at the same
Got a
time,
vendetta.
Chili is right. It sometimes it isn't good to reminisce the memories, because you kind of not gonna have
You can get
have that
stuck in it and then
passion.
not want to move on.
Yeah, you're gonna have that
Yeah, you gotta
passion to
move
make
on.
more memories. But
Yeah.
Oh, come on, guys. Are we really having this discussion again? I haven't even brought her up. Come on.
Oh,
What are you doing?
what are you doing to yourself? What do you mean by that?
It's a joke.
I mean, like, if it saddens, like, I know it saddens us to talk about back then and stuff, because it still does it to me and shit. But like, the best times were back then, where we didn't have to worry about anything. And now, I mean, we don't have to worry about anything. We always have each other. Always
Except
have.
your dad kicking down your door.
Yeah, we never forget about that.
When he opened it
Julius.
from his side, remember?
I don't think
He
everyone
made a
can,
hole near the lock and he
relate.
opened it from the other side. That was amazing. That was amazing.
Superhuman fucking strength.
I wasn't there. That was the worst part, because I was like around like was it middle of the morning? Was it when you guys were playing, and then that kicked down
Didn't
the
even
door?
wake up yet.
Yeah. But
No, wasn't there also one where like we were playing with Yusuf on Rainbow Six Siege, and then he just fucking kicks the door?
no. Oh, you want to talk about Yusuf Dan? And when you fucking you called him an ISIS bomber on
Yeah,
Minecraft.
that was great.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was great.
Yeah,
Oh,
he-
he blew up my mouth.
Yeah.
He blew up
Should've called
my
him
house.
He blew up your house, which was shit. And then you said, "Oh, Yusuf, I bet you plant bombs on the cars." And then, and then I don't know how we got banned, because it's either that you sent a message and placed it, and when people
Yeah,
report you,
you got me banned.
yeah, exactly. And he reported Julius
They
to
reviewed it.
PlayStation, to PSN. They reviewed it.
For
He
like 3 months.
He got banned for 3 months, and like Jules like, boys, I can't play anymore. I can't play anymore. So he played on his second account, but at the same time was like,
Yeah.
whoa, someone actually reported him, and you actually got banned. Because usually when you make reports of someone on PlayStation, they don't do shit. It's nothing. But when Julius said one thing about being a terrorist, he's
I
fucking
thought
banned.
Sony would be like, yeah, go for it, bud. Keep going.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
keep going.
like, it's just like, that's all I wanted to ask Yusuf a few things because there's been a lot of stories about when he him and Valen and shit. Remember that? Remember what he did to Valen?
Oh, yeah.
Where he Oh, I got a message from George.
Oh, just that.
Hang on a sec. I got a message from George.
Wait, George Kachichian. George Kachichian?
He sent me a message. He says, "I love the only thing that stops my family from having a wedding is Corona. Thanks." Have you seen those people with the live streams and shit? Like, I think a guy was live streaming a Logan Paul and KSI fight, and like he had his glasses stared to the screen, so you can see the reflection of his glasses to watch the stream. That's so smart, and he didn't get banned for it. Like, that's so smart. But no, I haven't been watching much sport lately because it's bullshit. Because I can't watch NBA anymore. I can't watch my favorite sports and stuff, and especially for UConn and Chile and the boys and stuff. Yeah, it's fucked. The whole Corona thing fucked up all the entertainment and shit. And all we got on the TV Channel 9 is Doctor, and all these bloody The Block, all that rubbish. But is that all, boys? Before I get into the questions, is there anything you want to bring up or?
Let's go questions.
Okay. Go to the questions.
Okay.
Alright, boys. Alright, so would you rather not brush your hair or brush your teeth? Would you rather not brush your hair or brush your teeth? Not brush your
Not
teeth.
brush my
Not
hair.
brush my hair.
So this is not even brushed.
Yeah, exactly. And plus you just shave your head. Would you rather
Exactly.
would you rather sleep wearing handcuffs or sleep wearing a bike helmet while in a bike?
Sleep wearing handcuffs.
Oh
Fuck
my
that.
god. Fuck you, Nathan.
Bit of that kinky shit.
Oh,
No,
Nathan,
no.
you missed out.
No.
Nathan, you missed out everything, man. We had a good conversation about life and stuff. So thanks for sitting in that little egg thing. What the fuck are you sitting on? Are you in whose house are you in?
Is that top
He's
right?
inside his shell.
Is that top
Whose
right?
house is
Are
he
you
in?
in a tree?
I'm in my
Is
auntie's
it a
house.
tree?
Your auntie's house.
I've got my dinner. I have to go
One of
pick
those
it up.
tree
That's
houses.
why I
That's
have to
breakfast
go.
also.
Would you rather embarrass yourself at a party, or get caught making out with your best friend's sister?
Ooh.
Embarrassed at a party.
See, when I look at Julius, I know what he's gonna say about Frank.
What's the first one?
So would you rather embarrass yourself at a party? So like, just think of the worst thing that you can do in a party that can embarrass,
You know what?
in front of everyone?
Embarrass myself at a party.
or make out with your
Frank's
best
already
friend's
done
sister.
both.
Have a sister.
You already done both, Chili.
Frank's-
Hey, go,
No, Frank has.
Oh yeah,
Like,
Frank's
easily.
yeah, Frank's already done both, hasn't he?
When did I get it with the sister?
Oh,
Allegedly.
what, Frank? What do you mean?
That's all alleged.
Okay. I know what you mean by that. Yeah,
Do
I know
you
what you
really
mean,
want
yeah.
to say this on the podcast?
Oh no, because we had the conversation. It was like I remember
This
when
will follow him for the rest of his life.
because the most hilarious
if he
thing
do
was-
this.
Next question.
No, because the most hilarious thing was,
But-
right, when we talk about it, it was like, we were in a call, was me, Julius, and Frank, and we were saying, like,
Oh, I thought this
Remember that?
Thank God. Okay, yeah, go.
remember, Frank, remember that time when we tried to
Oh, I
convince
love
Julius that at Julius's
we did-
birthday
I
party
did
when he was
something
18,
too.
when he was knocked out drunk, Frank got with Julius's sister.
My 12-year-old
His 12-year-old sister. And guess what?
12-year-old
He actually
sister.
believed it. He was like, he did like a Liam Nelson take. He's like, Frank, I'll find you and I'll kill you. If you step foot on my property, you'll be shot on sight. And then we fucking we fucking like pranked him, and fucking Julius was like,
That was like 10 minutes of
that
just
was great.
convincing
Because Frank
him
and I
that
were
it's
seeing each other. Because I knew at this point, if Julius actually believed him, Julius would have fucking ripped him in shreds. Like, it would have been fucked. So we had to stop it. But that was great.
Pussy.
What, Nathan?
What?
School captain.
School captain.
Yeah.
What was that?
He's
Do I
called,
have to
he
go
called you a
send
pussy.
Miss
He called
Norris
you
a
he called
text
you a pussy,
message?
Julius. He called you a pussy.
Do I have to go send Miss
Fuck you.
Norris
love
a
you.
text message? She might get you put your photo down on her wall. She might get rid of it.
Who's
Don't
that,
want that
Julius?
big. Miss Norris.
Miss Norris. Oh, I thought you were talking
Ooh,
about,
Yum.
You're the star of Frank.
Pepper Migos. Excuse me.
What did you say, Pitty?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Say?
That has to
Yeah.
that has to be
Sort of.
blurred
Say
out.
anything.
That has to be blurred out.
Yeah,
No,
you
you're not blurring
reckon?
it out, mate.
Nah, I have to, man.
Nah,
Nah,
he
It's
is.
political.
Because it's just slack.
nah.
Right?
'cause
You don't need to
He's
put
talking about
someone
the
on
law.
show
Like,
just because they haven't messaged
all,
your friend. Alright?
all of that
Let it be.
podcast, that was the most I've ever had to censor anything. Because Nathan's like, oh, I don't want it to know. Please, Pim, and I'll beg you. You want me to send ransom money? Like,
Yeah, you're a pussy, Nathan.
like what? Like it was hilarious. It was a hilarious story because what type of sick freak sends you flowers to your fucking house when you have a fucking? I'm just
Wait, what's this? What's this? What's this?
It was on the previous podcast with Leroy and Nasha. We're talking about something. We're talking about Nathan's love
Please tell
life.
me what this is.
You have to watch
Julius, go to the
you
last
have to watch
I
the.
don't want to watch your shitty fucking podcast. Just tell me.
Wow.
Oh, mate, you're the one
You're
fucking
on
on
right
it
now, mate. What are you talking about?
That is
Yeah, I don't want to watch it.
No, you have to watch the whole thing.
Julius.
Okay, so I'll give you the timestamp. I'll mention the timestamp on what we were talking
It's the
about.
last 20 minutes.
It's the last 20 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Yep, it was the last 20 minutes, and then it's probably the funniest shit we ever did, because Nathan was like, please don't expose me, please. He was like, I'm gonna rugby tackle
But
you
in
when I
all
see you. I was like, whoa.
in all seriousness, Matt, you got to blur out that name. You
Yeah, I
just
have
said.
to. Like, I have to. I know. I'm not
Yeah.
stupid.
All right,
Wait, Nathan,
all
can I
right.
just ask you one thing? When you were in the movies, did you have your arm around her or no?
No.
I heard that she
Did you
had...
at least, wait. Did you at least
Wait,
try?
is this-
Did you try?
Come on, guys.
did
He
not
respects
try
women.
friends.
Yeah, he
Did you
grabbed,
finger
he,
her?
he
You
grabbed
got
the
that?
he grabbed the cock.
Oh, whoa! What were these?
Can we not talk about this?
Yeah.
Okay, carry on. Next question.
Why don't we
Um,
talk about Can we talk
would
about
you rather
the
change the past or change your future?
past?
Future.
Pass.
Daddy? Oh no.
Like, just say right now, actually, you can,
Past.
you know, change up your whole future. You say, oh, I want to do this, I want that. Yeah. I mean, I would like to change the past, obviously.
Oh, the future. The past doesn't matter, bro.
Oh,
gone.
pasta
It's
doesn't
past.
matter.
The past
Oh, don't
does
say that
not
to the
have
Italians,
led you
mate.
to a different
Pasta.
path.
I said past.
Nah, actually, I
If
know you
I
like
could
pasta.
change my future, I'd get someone to
Ah.
actually message me.
What?
Wink.
Oh, that's sad. That's sad.
I know, right?
That's
It's
sad.
fucking miserable. Nah,
Yeah, I know, because Frank doesn't text me anyway, so I know how you feel.
Feel better.
I know.
Look at his face. He's just squash it up like that little box. He's just squash his fucking face, like dog. Would you
Who, me
rather
or
have your
Frank?
dream job or find that true love in your life?
Get the dream job because the other one would.
Are you
follow.
serious, Julius? Of all people, you choose the job one?
Because if you stop looking for things, they eventually
Exactly, because
they come in your
they
direction.
come to a direction. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Like, yeah, you're not gonna find or look at or Tinder.
If you're
'cause, you know,
throwing yourself
yeah,
out
'cause,
there,
how
left, right,
you know
and
how
centre,
like
you're never
Nathan's
going
on
to find
Tinder.
anything true.
Nathan has to keep track on 5 other girls. It's like, Nathan, what are you doing to yourself, mate? Come on, have a bit of respect for yourself. Come on, they're all different shapes and sizes, and one was even a guy, but we don't talk about that one, do we? But you know, would you rather have that dream job, like whatever job you want now? There you go, you already got it.
But like your
Done.
dream job, right? What if it's not like, Julius, you
Oh,
say that
God.
your dream job will automatically get you the girl, but what if the girl is like not into that specific career?
Yeah.
What if she's like,
Who gives
What
a
if you can't
fuck?
drive
It's
her?
your life. It's your way of income. Who the fuck goes to you, Nathan? In all seriousness, who the fuck is going to go to you? I don't like the way you make your money. Bitch, shut the fuck up. Enjoy the date I just bought.
This is going to
Shut
go on
up.
YouTube. Just
My mum says that.
So Julius, let's say you're the
Just-
coach of Italy. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Hypothetically, but that's not where I want to do in my life, but yeah.
What is your dream job? Because that's the last one I know.
Must be a rock star. That's what he said.
Coles manager.
You want to be
Coles
the
manager.
Okay, so if you
I want to
manager
make the
of Coles.
fries at Macca's.
Who has the data for partner?
Yeah, he wants to be a dynamic duo with fucking James
Come on,
Bambi,
guys.
James
I want to
Bambi.
make the fries at
Julius is going to become a
Macca's.
porn star.
Hit me up, bro. Let's go. Me and you together.
Nah, I don't know, cause like if you get your dream job already, it's like, do you know, like, I wouldn't, cause there's always gonna be someone out there for you, but yeah, you're obviously not gonna find, just by looking at them by looking for them, as you're correct. But I would say dream job, to be honest with you. But
I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I went to high school with some pretty good-looking person.
so you're talking about looks.
No, I'm joking.
Looks matter, man.
No,
Oh yeah,
not really. Not really.
it depends, okay, Rakan. I know what you mean by that. It's like, okay, Rakan, if she doesn't look after herself, her coochie smells.
Kate Edwards.
It looks a bit.
Oh, another name you have to fucking blur out.
Sorry.
Man, I know her thing down there looks like a disease badger, but we don't talk about that, alright? But no, but seriously, like if a girl that doesn't look after herself, oh, she has bad odor, she's looking after herself, her punani looks like I was gonna say Paul Walker, whoops, Chewbacca, like anything, okay. But like I know what you mean, Khan. Like if she doesn't like generally look after
looks
herself,
like Paul Walker.
Looks like Paul Walker after the car crash.
Yeah, like all black and crusty.
oh, you
Split in half.
oh split in half.
Yeah.
Shit, never mind.
Got new holes that shouldn't even be there.
Alright, mate.
Okay, Julius. All right. Okay. Would you rather know how you're gonna die or when you're gonna die?
How? So I can know to switch up my plan.
Yeah, to stop fucking smoking, Chili and Julius. You dogs.
Julius,
I feel it's
you,
that.
you said how, right?
Yeah.
So what? Okay, so you find out, oh, you die while sleeping. So now every night you're shit scared that you're gonna fucking die.
Yeah, but who
Like,
cares?
every
And
night you're like, oh,
I'll
fuck,
hang
I'm gonna
myself
die.
in the bathroom and then we're
No,
See you later.
whatever.
then I'll
I'm just saying, if you know
be
when, you can just live life until then.
See, why do you
And
say
then on that
such?
day,
Why do you
you'd
say
be
such vague shit like that,
alright,
Julius?
when
Like,
am I dying?
why do you say such
Do you
vague
see
shit like
these
that?
tears? Do you see these tears? Who says I was joking?
You just overthink. You just say some dumb shit like that. Enjoy your life, mate. Don't worry about other bimbos and stuff at this time. Find yourself.
mate. Look on the bright side, mate.
Yeah.
Look on the bright side.
Look at the bright side of Matt Pittman's
Wherever
ass
that
when he
is, man.
flashes us.
What are you? What?
Oh, no, start talking
Alright.
about ass for some reason.
Yeah.
Crap, right?
Alright, next
I
question.
think she's saying crap.
Next question.
Next question. Alright. Let me get it up on my phone.
Well, I'll be honest with you, when he was saying would you rather, I was thinking of girls, like would you rather her or her? Instead I got this, I'm like, you know what, this is a good change.
You're used to that, Frank, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm used to that.
Oh,
Yes.
no. I feel like someone's doing some black voodoo next door, Julius. Your lights are flickering a bit too much.
It's a witch rack. It's
Yeah.
a witch rack.
Saying some shit like your fucking table's about to float or some shit. Like if you hear some cunt do a woof woof wet or some shit, yeah, you're gone, mate. Your table's gone.
Starts asking.
Would you rather invent a new trending gadget or discover a new species?
Trending
Gadget.
gadget.
invent?
Gadget.
Make that money, man. Make that fucking money.
I mean, don't you want to be like the new David Attenborough?
No.
Attenborough.
I can't talk like him, so that's a no.
Yeah, he's got a very unique voice. Yeah.
Can't be David.
Would you rather meet your favorite fictional character or your favorite musician? But that's easy for me.
Musician.
Actually, no, that's actually
Fictional
hard.
what?
Actually, so if you think about
Fictional
any
character.
movie, because there's a lot of really sick fucking book fiction characters in general, but like as your music.
Wait. How long? How long do I get
Not
to meet them
not
for?
gonna lie, I think I'd attempt to start
Okay,
an
see,
orgy
you can
with
kind of
my
expand on this.
favorite lead characters.
Because Nathaniel, you can kind of speak on this. You kind of expand it, okay? You can say like, all right, Nathan, you have a week with this person, right? And you can do anything you.
That's
Okay,
how Mitch
see that's gonna
Morris
go out of
refers
line
to
now.
him.
You can do whatever you want with them, but no, but like, just say like, okay, let's say 2 days. They spawn right in front of you, and they.
Do these count movie characters?
Oh, my God.
Fictional.
Fictional dog. What are you?
Oh,
Oh
yeah,
my
but
God.
is there a limit?
Sorry,
Is there a
I'm
limit?
Batman.
I
I
had
would
a
go
lack
with
of
Batman.
sleep last night.
Would you ask for
Sure.
you want Bruce Wayne or just Batman?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go character.
The same
Yeah,
person.
fictional character.
Okay, but who
Yeah.
though?
Oh,
Let's
honest-
say that who. Who would you want to?
Elton John.
I don't.
I
There's too
think you
many.
would-
Did you just say Elton John?
There's
Yeah,
too
I'm
many.
in.
Ah, fuck.
Mm,
Well, Khan, who would you like to meet?
I'm thinking about it, but
I know who you
I mean,
want.
fictional characters. I don't really get like attached
Jesus.
to fictional characters.
I mean, you could say
Jesus.
As
Last.
if you wouldn't want to
Chili,
meet
you're
The
fucking-
Last of Us.
Like when you see Last of Us,
As-
like you want to meet. I would say you like to meet Ellie from Last of Us because she's about 13, and I don't know what
Whoa,
your sick
whoa.
mind. I don't know what your sick mind's
Catch
gonna
a
do,
case.
Khan.
Nah, I
You know.
didn't say anything.
But like, just say if you want to meet like Joel from Last of Us, like because since he's a very influential and such a big character in the franchise, and that shit's serious. But like, just any like games that you played that you thought, let's say game. I don't
Oh, it's
know.
like GTA, the loading screen.
Oh, that one.
Oh, what the fuck? You pointed at a loading screen character that's fit, but like I don't know. I mean, I would love to meet Eminem, but like, if I meet Superman, that means I can take a picture with him and I get all the bitches. Nah, no, really, I wouldn't get any bitches for Superman.
Right.
Cops not. I know it's a hard question because you know if Nathan wants to dabble in homosexuality and say, oh, I want to go with Ed Sheeran, then you know so be it.
No, I already know who Nathan would.
Who? What would Nathan would?
Johnny Sins.
Johnny Sins?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mate, that guy's a very influential figure.
He's a doctor.
Doctor, a
He's a
zookeeper,
plumber. He's a delivery man.
Astronaut,
an astronaut,
pizza delivery guy,
works at the orphanage.
plumber.
He's a kindergarten teacher.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, that means Julius will want to be there too.
Julius,
Why?
give us a big puff. Julius, give us a big puff.
Why?
Spit like this is what you do, Julius. That's when we sign up from the video. I want you to blow smoke into the camera.
Oh, you want that to be like the exit transition?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what the fuck's wrong with you, Nathan? Oh, we get it, Nathan. You had like 10 Schweppes today. All right, that's enough.
What else?
Let's have a look.
Next
Okay,
question.
cop on, mate.
See, that's a hard question because it's either I want to meet like my music idol or like just anyone in general from any game I've played or anything.
I'd have the biggest orgy. You haven't told me how many.
What do you mean?
How many people in like a video game
One.
can I have?
That's it. This is a fictional character.
That's
Doesn't
not
say-
enough for an orgy.
That's bullcrap.
What?
Oh,
So,
sure.
okay, let's just say,
Start
oh,
with one,
Julius,
mate.
if you want
Start
more
with
than
one.
4, do you want the fucking Justice Crew or some shit? What do you want, mate? What do you want?
You're
Okay, fine then, Jules. Let's say 4 people then. 4 people.
Just the Legal Legend hottest like tier rating.
Oh, you're a loser. Oh my god.
In IRL.
What's up with you? What's with you
Nah.
with elves and shit, mate? Like, oh my god.
Nah,
I mean, like, I
I
gotta
meant-
be
I
honest
meant
with
the
you. They are
humans.
very. There's a lot of attractive characters, but you
No.
don't dabble in
I'd
that shit.
probably ask, like, if it was a celebrity, it'd probably be like Guns N' Roses or Nirvana or something.
Nirvana.
Oh no.
Devon.
Mm-hmm. Nirvana.
Julius.
like
Devon.
Kurt
Julius.
Cobain
Come on,
and
man. Have a bit of respect for yourself,
Moron.
mate.
Don't sell yourself short.
Oh, you're nasty.
You Frank?
Only
Matthew,
I would
put
understand that,
subtitles.
though.
Yeah.
Only I would understand that because I know what I'm thinking of.
What?
I'm
Okay.
glad you know
You know
what you're
what?
thinking
Don't
about.
fucking worry. It's good for the
We weren't
dress
worried
to
about it.
and
No, we
the
weren't.
dress will come out a bit, and
Look
then
how,
it'll be
see,
okay.
see, this is what pisses me off about what Nathan's doing right now. He's doing this with his hair, but he's got no hair. He's got no hair. He's like, try to look hot in your shitty little Snapchat stories where you get all the bitches. Oh my god! Look away your
Bro,
screen.
honestly, I don't get any messages. I know girls talk to me, so
Is that
Oh my
are
God.
you worried about that, Nathan Harvey?
not really, because I'm not really.
Not
looking for
really.
anything.
Oh, there we go again. He
Hey,
comes.
hey, you know what?
There's only one woman for RSC's school captain, and that's Miss Norris. Don't accuse him of cheating on his dearly beloved.
Nah, Cassandra was taken already, boys. She.
Cassandra. Oh,
Yeah,
Cassandra.
oh,
Cassandra.
Whose mum's that?
Whose mum is that?
Who the fuck's name's Cassandra?
Jesus.
Just
So many
Norris.
syllables in name.
Isn't it funny how we heard like that background, and then we all went quiet because we got nervous too.
We wanted to get yelled
We
at,
felt
bro.
nervous.
See, if I forgot that Julius, smoked, it looks like his house is burning down. Look at all that smoke.
Got flicker and light at the mate. It looks like you got a wild fire going on.
Oh Jesus. Okay. Would you rather lick your best friend's foot or let a stranger lick your foot?
Stranger.
Fuck that. Both.
Best friend.
Oh, yeah.
No one, preferably.
Okay, I hate
You know
how. Why is Nathan so confident when he says that? Like he's done that before. You weirdo.
Alright.
Yeah, it's
You
done
know
it
what?
before,
I'll lick my
fine.
best friend's foot.
No, because like
Suck
The
it.
the
No,
stranger
I
could
feel
be
like-
homeless.
Oh, Jelly shot.
that's the bond.
Suck the
When you're
toe.
your best friend.
Ah, you're
Wait, do we get to
disgusting.
choose a stranger?
Oh, see, that's not the question. So you could say that.
And then I'll lick my best friend's foot.
So let's just say it's some random person that you don't know, but
You suck on my
my
foot.
friend's foot.
Oh, yuck, chili.
Y'all need Jesus. Let me tell you all about our Lord and Savior.
What? I thought you're Muslim, Julius.
Julius.
Allah Akbar.
Oh my god.
Oh,
You know what?
Fearing God we
When
love.
Corona's finished, saying that will be better than sneezing.
What?
Sneezing is gonna become the new saying alot.
Is everyone gonna
Yeah,
explain what that
sneezing's
noise
weird.
was?
What kind of crack have you been smoking? In what world? What the fuck do you mean?
I'm
Oh,
trying
what,
to say
what, what? Oh, what,
sneezing
what?
is going to become the
What was that, Julius?
Instead of saying
Sneezing
Allah.
is gonna become the new Allah Akbar. What?
Julius, can you repeat what you just said? You were like mid-stroke when you said what? You're like, oh, what? You on crack? Oh, what?
Yeah, I was trying. It broke my brain trying to comprehend what the fuck he just said.
You broke
What
your brain.
the
Alright,
fuck?
Julius.
I just lost brain cells.
Yeah. That's a
Next
different
question.
topic.
This is a good one for Julius. Would you rather
Oh god.
your whole body turn blue when you're nervous, or sweat profusely all over if you're nervous? So it's either you turn
Already done
blue.
both, bro.
So it's either you
Well-
you turn blue when you get nervous, or you sweat.
Well, it'd
lot.
be a nice change to see what happens when I turn blue. You know, I already do the second one, so.
Oh yeah. Okay, I thought. Okay, well, Jesus.
Wait, was there another meaning to this I didn't get?
I mean, if you like to that means you like to choke your women, Julius, because you know you like it when you turn blue. That's like the other meaning. Nathan just messaged that to me just then, so Nathan, that's very immature. I would like you to stop right now. Nah. Don't lie to the people, Nathan.
I didn't know those things come to your mind.
I thought you said if you turn blue when you're nervous.
Yes, that means like you look like when you choke women. Like, that's what Nathan sent me to say, but Nathan, I don't
Yeah,
like
Nathan
you. Don't
said
say
that
that,
in the
Nathan.
group chat.
That's very
What
dirty.
a weird cunt.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I know. He looks a bit like
Next question.
he looks like he's from a Viet Cong camp with his shaved ass head. Hello, Nathan. All right, let's have a look. What does it say? Would you rather eat through your butt or poop through your mouth? Okay, that was Jesus. That's a bit.
Eat through my butt.
that's
Eat
easy
through
one.
my butt.
Oh, this is a good
Oh,
one.
bit of
what
try.
the fuck?
Okay, so
Is it the
Nathan.
same question?
Well, Nathan sent me this one just then, and he says this is for Julius. Winky face. He said, "Would you rather wear a bra in the shower or wear a bra on top of your clothes?"
In the shower.
And he said this is practically for Julius. That's what Nathan said. So I don't know what you mean by that, Nathan. That's very immature again
Yeah.
from a school captain.
Yeah.
Music time.
All right, come on, let's play some
maybe
music.
playing guitars.
If you also they was
Yeah,
talking about Julius and Chili doing a solo together. They should do it.
Oh yeah, Julius, you need to make a theme song for the previous podcast.
Yeah, don't record it on your iPod though, so you have to hear Julius.
This is a whack cast.
Yeah, I know. We don't, like legit, you missed everything that we legit talked about. We're talking about the whole life and stuff, and you ruined it. You ruined it for not being there, Nathan, because you know how to talk pretty well, and you probably have a good thing about
Can we
it.
start again?
Start again. We're not starting all over again. Okay, so we're just talking
Hey
about.
guys, welcome to Pitty's podcast. And
Yeah, as we see, we got a shaved ape. Looks like someone like Nathan. Yeah, not me. Nah, but Nathan, we just talked about coronavirus and stuff. And okay, so I ask you this now, all right? Okay, can the Wiggles stop playing with the guitars for a sec? Let me ask you something, Nathan. So I asked this at the start. I say we got coronavirus, right, Nathan? Okay, all right. What do you think the outcome? Like, what's gonna come out of all this? Like, do you think there's gonna be a war? Do you think, and who are we gonna blame this on?
He.
well,
I mean, because since
I don't know
because
why.
because admit it, your country's pretty shit.
Cool, Captain.
I'm just kidding. Your country's not shit. But let's just say someone that you are from an Asian descent. What would you like? How do you feel about all this?
well,
Be honest.
Like, forget about the New Zealander for a sec, because that's what a lot of people do because you are Asian. But at the same time, what's your 2 cents on it?
well, honestly, I do feel like there's going to be a lot when this is all cleared up. I think no one really cares at the moment about who's really done what. Everyone's just sort of trying to get out of the situation.
Yeah.
But I do believe that when this is all cleared up, a lot of fingers are going to be pointed at China. A lot of fingers will be pointed at
Exactly,
China.
because like that's what I'm worried about. Like, if there's gonna be a
And-
war, is Russia gonna be with them? Because they are allies with China. Are they gonna be with China? I mean, there's a lot of even COVID-19 went to Russia as well. So is Russia gonna be with China?
There
on this
won't
one?
be a war. There won't be a war. It will go under investigation as of like. There won't be a war. I do believe there will be political conflict,
Yeah.
and it might be like suffering economically.
Why is that funny? You looking at Frank?
No.
Nah, Julius should send the dick pic to Chile.
Yeah.
Pretty
It was
funny, isn't it? Yeah. All right.
Where's
Yeah.
the rest of the else?
Because for me, I feel like
Where's the rest of it?
everyone was talking about there being a World War III. Okay.
No, there won't be. There won't be another
Too
world
fucking
war.
right.
A lot of people are gonna point the finger at China, and China's already been pointing fingers because they've already been like convicted of like people are blaming them.
Yeah, the
and they've
cunts are
already
being
pointed
defensive.
fingers
They're having to go at Australia for even like questioning them and investigating it. I mean, like, where did it come
Well,
from?
here's the thing. Australia actually, I don't really know too much of the story, but what I've
Yeah.
heard, Australia's actually invested into those
Frank,
like.
that's very rude. He's talking and you just said yeah. Like, we don't need ad libs. We don't need ad libs for the music video, Frank. You don't need to do that.
Go away from the phone.
Jesus, you at least mute yourself. Look at.
Fucking Uber Eats.
It's like Frank was like doing like a music video or something. He had like ad libs, like, oh yeah.